Well, fuck it. I'll do that later. Hello, Facebook friends and family. Hello, YouTube friends and family. How are you guys doing today? I hope that everyone is doing wonderful and swell per usual on this good Monday morning. It is March the 23rd, 2026, and it is currently 11:43 a.m. here in Detroit, Michigan. I'm trying to set my phone so my speaker isn't covered. On my iPhone, it keeps on saying my service is going in and out. On the Android, it seems to be okay. Oops. Let me get my shit together. Hold on, because I'm trying to set up both of my phones. Sorry if y'all see my fat. OMG! Like, I need to go to Five Below and get me some phone clips. I need to. Gosh. Fuck. Okay. I need to be still. All right. The Android. I'm going to try to talk loud because when I set my Android like this, sometimes it don't record. But anyways, I'm just sitting here at the gas station right now. I'm taking me a pit stop, minding my business. I'm about to file my nails. I was actually going through my car book so that I can find out what size engine I have and everything like that, so I'll be able to give the correct information when I take my car to get fixed. Actually, I met this guy yesterday, and he was really nice. I met him as I was leaving the gas station, and I had just started talking to him or whatever. He had asked me if I had wanted to smoke, and we was just chopping it up. And when I say we was chopping it up, we was in the car talking for a good 6 or 7 hours, if I'm not mistaken. It was that for sure. And I was just telling him about the things that I was going through or whatever. And he was talking to me about a few things, and it was pretty cool or whatever. And, you know, I was explaining to him about my car and how I needed to use it for Lyft, and how that's how I've been making my money lately. And I was telling him about having to move out of my brother's house and, you know, renting the rooms for the last week or whatever. And yeah, I was just explaining that to him. And, you know, he was telling me that he owns like a nonprofit organization, and that there's a few resources that he may be able to help me with. And, you know, he was really nice, and he was like, you know, I just want to help you with your car and things like that, because if that's how you make your money and that's how you take care of your kids, and then that's what you need help with, then I want to, you know, help you, just to show you that it is still some good people out in the world. And, you know, I really appreciated that from him. It was very genuine. It was very good conversation, and it was real cool. So I really did appreciate that. And hopefully I will be able to get whatever is wrong with my car resolved. And I was telling him what was going on, and he was pretty much saying he think that that's a muffler issue. Like I said, even with my car cutting off and like too much air getting into it or whatever, he said, you know, once I get the muffler fixed, we can check out a few other things. He was like, if I want to get a tune-up, I can get a tune-up, and we'll check the fuel pump and everything like that, and make sure that everything is good so that I can be back out lifting and doing the things that I need to do or whatever. And we were talking about rooms and stuff like that, and renting and houses and things. So it felt good to talk about my adult problems with another adult, and he was a very mature guy and things like that. So that was cool. That was real cool. And I was also talking to him about a few like dating things, and, you know, just talking to guys and things like that. So I was explaining to him a few things that I had experienced, and it was good to get a guy's perspective on things like that. So that was pretty cool or whatnot. I really enjoyed that yesterday. I was even telling him about me riding past my honey's house or whatever, scoping out the scenery, basically being a lightweight stalker. And I was talking to him about certain things, and he was like, you probably scared the fuck out of him. Like, what if, he do have another woman or whatever, he just don't know how to tell you, and he know that you know where he live at and can pull up anytime. And I was thinking about that, and that caused me to even send him a text. Like, you know what? I ain't gonna ride past your house or, call you. I'm giving you the time to do whatever it is that you need to do or whatnot. I'm like, and I hope I didn't make you feel uncomfortable, because I thought about it as I was talking at my honey house. My iPhone is connected to his Wi-Fi. So I was like, oh my God, like I rode past his house the week before too. And I rode past it the other night when I said I did. And I never stopped and thought like, okay, my Android is not connected to his Wi-Fi, but my iPhone is. And being that I had dropped my iPhone in the mop bucket, last week or the week before, my phone wasn't working. It was powered off because the screen had blacked out. But the night before, the screen had turned back on for me. It just has a green line. So I have been able to use my phone. I don't call people on it, of course, off the iPhone because you can't hear me. But I can record on it and stuff. So I rode past his house. I'm like, oh my God, my phone probably connected to his Wi-Fi. He probably knew that I passed by his house or whatever. And the guy was like, yeah, he probably was scared as fuck, not knowing how you feel or what you might do or how the girl might react if it was a girl there or something. Like, you probably don't know how you made him feel. And I was like, damn, you know what? You're right about that. Let me text him and tell him I apologize or whatever, just in case he was feeling that way. But I was saying, like, all you got to do is answer the phone. You would have knew that I was a cool person, even if you started talking back to your ex or started dating somebody new or whatever the case may be. If you had communicated that, I would have just been like, oh, okay, that's cool, and would have went on about my day. I wouldn't have been calling you, because once you stop answering my phone calls, anything could have happened to you. You could have lost your phone, got a new number, don't have my number no more. Something could have happened to you. You could have been in the hospital, in jail, or anything. So if I don't hear from you, I'm coming to see what the fuck is going on. If I care about you, I'm riding past or something, I need to see if your car outside, the lights on, and if I come up with the conclusion that, oh, they must just don't want to fuck with me or don't want to talk to me, then I leave it where it's at. But don't have me being worried about you when you can just communicate to me what's going on. So that was a pretty good conversation yesterday, and I had made sure to send that text out like, oh, what if I did make him feel that way? I'm sorry, because my intentions wasn't to make you uncomfortable, and I damn sure ain't coming to argue with no bitch. However, I'm glad I didn't knock on the door, because if that was the case, I would have felt some type of way. And granted, no, I'm not about to argue and fight with a female, but I will argue with you, because why are you being fake? So we was talking about that too. And that was pretty cool. And I was just telling him, like, I'm a real cool person. I'm a good person. I'm easy to talk to. All you gotta do is talk to me and you will understand that. And we were talking and he was like, yeah, and all you gotta do is basically talk to you and you will know that you're not mental. And I was telling him, like, yeah, I'm not mental, but people would love to call you mental when things don't go their way. So that was good conversation yesterday that I really, really appreciated. And things like that. And it is still good people out in the world, and I never doubted that, because I'm a good person and I live in the world amongst a whole bunch of fucked up people. So that was cool. That was real cool. We was also talking about like motorcycle clubs and things like that, and people who run secret societies and organizations, and like how you can bring people in, and how a lot of guys like to bring women into their biker clubs or organizations, and then they like to have power and control over them. And I was telling him that, I'm like, yes, I've experienced that before too, where somebody basically tried to brainwash me into believing what they believe, and to be like brought into their secret society or initiated into like their club or motorcycle club. And I don't agree with stuff like that. Like, I'm not nobody's bottom bitch. I'm not your property and things like that. But I am easy to be submissive to a man and let a man be dominant if I feel like you deserve that position in my life. So we were talking about that as well, because I was telling him a few different things that I've experienced, and people trying to tell me what to think and what to believe, especially when it comes to my religion and belief systems. And I was explaining to him that's why I don't talk politics and religion with people, because you have the free will to believe anything that you want to believe, and to vote for who you want to vote for, and to have control over your own life. So I don't go around telling people what to do, but I was talking to this guy and not even dating, just talking and getting to know him. And I could see that those are the things that he was trying to do to me. Like, oh, well, you should think this way and you should believe in this, or God said this and God said that. But really, this person was really trying to tell me the work of the devil. And we were talking about that, like how people will really try to convince you to do what they want you to do. And I was like, yeah, that's called grooming. And he was like, right, this person is trying to groom you into what they want you to be. And I was telling him, like, yeah, and that's not going to happen. Like, I don't have a problem listening to a man and being submissive, but when it's some bullshit, I don't have to listen to no bullshit. I don't have to believe what you say. Same thing with the polygamous thing and the polygamy and everything like that. I've experienced things like that too, where people want you to be a part of some shit like that and follow their rules. However, where are you from, beautiful? I'm from Detroit, Michigan. Thank you. But born and raised here all 35 years of my life. But yeah, we were just talking about that, and it was good to express that as well, because I was telling him, like, I'm tired of people making it seem like I'm not easy to talk to or I'm difficult to date, but they really be on bullshit. So he was like, I could tell you a good person, that's why I want to help you. Like, and I liked that. I appreciated that. But one thing I did notice, like, even when I talk to other guys or, you know, meet new guys, I always end up talking about some shit that be about something else or that I'm going through, really. And I be thinking about that. One thing I'm quick to tell somebody is that I was fucking with somebody else, or that I liked somebody and I was taking them serious and I was only fucking with them. So, you know, right off bail, you need to know that. And that's just what I was saying about my guy friend. Like, if you wanted to go back to your ex or talk to somebody new, you should communicate that to somebody who you were currently entertaining, so that they will know. So people feelings won't get hurt and shit like that. And being that I was just fucking with Cliff and talking to him and everything, I mention him. I don't be saying his name half the time, but sometimes I do. And I'd be like, oh, I was for just fucking with somebody, and, you know, I ain't ready to jump in and really start fucking nobody new, even if he and I aren't working out. So we were just talking about that too, and I was expressing myself about a lot of different things, and we were saying, like, sometimes guys, they can get into things and they don't want to express to another woman, like, hey, well, I got this going on, that going on, because in reality, they want to have their cake and eat it too. They don't want to start fucking with you just because they got a girlfriend or a wife at home. And that is so selfish of anybody, whether it's man or woman. And that's why when people ask me for my number and ask what I got going on, I tell them right off bail, like, yeah, it's somebody that I talk to. No, we're not in a relationship. We don't have anything set in stone. You know, he kind of wish-washy, but I do fuck with him, just so you know. So if we do start talking and I didn't close that door and he might call me or something and I want to go back, I want you to know that. But if I decided that I don't want to go back and I want to talk to you, then, you know, at least you knew that piece of information. Nothing is going to be hidden from anybody that I entertain, because I don't want nobody going back like, oh, well, she was cheating with me last night, or because no, I was not. You know? So we were talking about things like that. I'm like, communication is very key in any type of relationship, because you can communicate something and it can be such a better understanding, and people can move accordingly with their lives. And I don't ever want to play with nobody's feelings, play with nobody's emotions, have them, you know, thinking that I fuck with them if I don't. And that's where a lot of mistakes come into play with these relationships. If you want to fuck, just say you want to fuck. Hey, Tim, I miss you. You know, I haven't been on Facebook in like a month or so, or a month and a half or so. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to log back in, because it's people on Facebook that I miss who would come and check into my videos and say hello and stuff like that. So I miss y'all. I'm like, I'm going to come back and say hey to y'all. I had a few people inbox me yesterday like, hey, you know, that's cool. So I haven't been on this platform in a minute. So it's nice to see you in my comments. And I hope everything is going well. Usually I would keep up with your lives if I happen to see them. But again, I haven't been on Facebook. So I hope everything is going well with you. But yeah, I'm filing my nails down. I got me some press-ons. I might put them on. I might not. I don't know. Because I don't feel like going to get my nails done. I do want to go get me a pedicure, though. That is very much so needed in my life. My daughter had went and got her nails done the other day. They were really cute as well. One of her friends, I think from school, had did them. I had dropped her off at her house. But yeah, I've been trying to get stuff in order, and in the midst of, excuse me, all the shit I've been going through, we just gonna see. I still ain't get my taxes either yet, and I need them couple of, I'm gonna take that back. I got federal. I haven't gotten my states. I know, I miss you too. I miss your energy. I know, right? I am here. I'm back. But yes, I love giving y'all positive energy too, because if you knew what I was going through, and I still get up every day and I smile this way, and I still give positive advice or information or affirmations or whatever the case may be, y'all don't understand, but that's part of my life. So I get up and I do it for myself, and I do it for other people too. Sometimes people just need encouragement. You never know. That's what I'm talking about right now. Like, it's been strangers for the last couple of days really giving me life. And they say when God see that you got like a fucked up family, or you don't got no support system or nothing like that, he'll send you strangers. And there's been strangers, mainly men, who have just come into my life over the last couple of days, introducing themselves and things like that, and they've really been encouraging to me. A lot of them understanding to what I'm going through. They've been there, done that, and all types of things. So you never know what people do for you over the internet, and I appreciate that. I was telling this guy that too. He was like, it was one point in time I had to sleep in my truck and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, well, thank you for expressing that to me, because a lot of people can't talk about that. It will make them cry. It will make them break down, or they will be embarrassed. But I share those types of stories with people because life be lifing sometimes. And sometimes life hits, and it hits hard. And you ain't going to have nobody you can pick up the phone and call. You're not going to have anybody you can borrow money from. But you still got to wake up every day. You can't just roll over and die. And I'm one of those people to tell you, keep on going no matter what you got going on. And I was expressing that to him too. I'm like, my life is really a movie. The stuff that I've been through in life, I could talk about it for days. So you never know what your hey, how you doing could really do for somebody. Or I hope you have a good day today. And even like I said, the guy had got in my car the other day when I was lifting, before my car had messed up or whatever, and we were talking, and when he got out of my car, he was like, I love you. He's like, talk to you later, I love you, as if he was getting off the phone with like his relative or somebody that he knew for a long time. And I'm saying that to say, like, you never know. It's so good to say that to people. Like, of course, I tell my kids I love them and stuff all the time, but outside of my kids, don't nobody just be like, all right, I love you. So a complete stranger just came up to me or was talking to me and was like, I love you. And sometimes you need that. Even kids. It's some people, they don't even tell their kids that they love them. I make sure I tell my kids that even when they getting on my nerves, like, all right, see y'all later, love y'all, I love y'all, I talk to y'all later. I give hugs, kisses, all types of shit. You never know what nobody needs. And those little small gestures can go a long way. So yes, life do be life, and it do. I'm telling you, I want to tell you. And in the midst of it, look at me right now. Y'all see me sitting in my car, filing my nails. I needed some flat iron my hair. I got up this morning and washed up and everything like that. But living out of my car, living out of hotel rooms and shit, traveling with all of my stuff, that stuff, it's not easy. And I have 5 kids. Thank God that my kids were able to stay at one designated location for like the last 2 weeks while I have been moving, leaving my brother's house and trying to find a car, trying to find somewhere to stay till I find us a house. That's not easy, but I get up every day and do it. I got to make sure that they eat and all of that type of stuff. And then if they don't got we don't have somewhere to go, where the stove and everything like that, then it's resulting in fast food, spending even more money. So you never know what anybody is going through. And I be going through all of that. That's why I say you can never judge a book by its cover. And that's why I don't. Like, I could tell somebody right now I'm homeless. I told somebody I was homeless before and they didn't believe me. Like, you ain't homeless. You looking like that. You look too good to be homeless. But that's why you shouldn't judge a book by its cover. I was sleeping in my car. But just because I look like this, I don't want to go around dirty. Yes, I want to go to somebody's house or a quick stay or something and I want to take a shower. Yes, I want to brush my teeth and flat out my hair, change my clothes or something. Just because I'm homeless don't mean I want to look homeless. You know, and if you seen me looking homeless, then you don't even know what I was going through. Because if I just couldn't get to a good shower or something, you don't know how you probably had to see me looking. I probably couldn't have washed my hair and blew it out and did it because I was in a car or on the go. So you might catch me at a time where like, oh, she was looking fucked up when I seen her. But you don't know what I was going through. That's why I don't judge people like that. So yeah, it's something about that too. Not judging a book by its cover. A lot of people are about to find out who I am. And we were talking about that too. Like, I'm not mental. Sometimes all you got to do is talk to people. I'm not nasty. Sometimes people going through a real hard time. And that's the conversation I was having in a car with one of my other Lyft riders, and she was like, has anybody ever got in my car smelling like something? I don't even know how we got on that subject. And I was saying like, yeah, some people that got in my car smelling musty or a little fishy. And I'm like, I don't judge people by that because you never know how somebody's day went. If a CNA, a Cena, a woman has gotten in my car, she could have worked a 16-hour shift, could have been sweating, she could be on her cycle, need to change a pad, change her tampon. Sometimes that's what I said, when you a Cena and shit, you'll be taking care of everybody but yourself. You got bells constantly ringing, walkie-talkie constantly going off, you giving showers, lifting heavy-ass motherfuckers, wiping everybody's ass but your own. Sometimes you don't even get a bathroom break. So at the end of your shift, you tired, you sweating, your coochie sweaty, so you gonna flop down in the car and it's gonna be a smell. You need to go home and take a shower. I'm not going to be the Lyft driver like, oh, this bitch better not ever get in my car again smelling like that. Because you never know what nobody was going through. She could have been taking care of your fucking mama, your auntie or something. So I don't judge people like that. Sometimes you might meet somebody at a bad time. That don't mean that they're a fucked up person. That's just like dating. You might meet somebody and they don't got a job. They could have had a job all their life. You meet them, they don't have a job. They broke right now. They having a hard time. But sooner or later, they going to get up off their feet. Get up on their feet. And you're going to be like, damn, you look fine as fuck. All you needed to do was clean yourself up. That's just like half of these little memes where they be talking about celebrities. Like, they use Glorilla a lot. Like, oh, she wasn't ugly. She just was broke. Okay, she got some money. She got her teeth fixed. She bought better wigs, bought better clothes. You know, of course, when you have it, you're going to take care of yourself. When you don't have it, it's a little bit harder. That don't mean that Glorilla was ugly. You get what I'm saying? So I noticed that about life, and that's how I think about a lot of different things. I just take all of that type of stuff into consideration. So no, I'm not about to be talking about you if you a little musty today. I don't know what you was doing. I don't know, your water could have got cut off. You working extra hard to pay your water bill so you could turn your water back on so you and your family can comfortably shower and eat and clean. I had my lights cut off before. I had the water cut off before. I know how that shit go. I had to put food in a cooler before. Out in the snow so it can stay cold till the shit got turned back on. So I don't judge people because you never fucking know. You never know. So I was expressing myself in many different ways yesterday. Just getting to know people and, letting people get to know me. Because when I was in isolation and stuff like that and not really talking to people, you ain't get to know me. If you wasn't my Facebook friend and following my story off of my Facebook page, you don't know nothing about me. And now people are starting to meet me like, you know what, that girl, she pretty cool. She ain't crazy. She don't worship the devil. She ain't no witch. If anything, she one of the most positive people I know. Because I am. So, yeah. We was even talking about that yesterday, like people thinking I do witchcraft and calling me a witch because I know how to read tarot cards. I'm like, I learned how to read tarot cards so that I could protect myself from the people who was reading tarot against me. Like finding out my life and making moves against my life because they so busy reading tarot. So, I was telling them that, like, I ain't no motherfucking witch. I ain't never did a spell on nobody. Never. And one of my friends was like, well, burning sage doesn't clean your energy. Y'all see I have my sage and Palo Santo right here. I burn sage to clean my energy. No, I'm not summoning up no spirits. I don't summon spirits. I don't wish bad on people. I don't do spells on people. So we were even talking about that, so people can have clarity about what it is that I do and how I do it and how I learned it and all things like that. I was telling him that. And I'm like, I don't offer people psychic readings because I don't know what's going to happen in my life tomorrow till I wake up and live it. So why would I go around predicting what's going to happen in yours? However, if God gives me a revelation, a dream, a download or something, then I'm going to say it. If it just so happens to happen to you, then it was going to happen. It's written in the stars. That's why God has prophets and things like that. That's how the whole Bible was written. So I was breaking that down to him like, I'm not no fucking demon. I'm not no witch. But I can sit around demons because I'm not afraid of them. I've been to hell and back. I lived through hell already, so a demon don't frighten me. So yeah, when I get around people who worship Satan and shit, I laugh at that type of shit. Because I know what it's like to be stuck in Satan's web, trying to find your way. And people who evil as fuck and witches and warlocks and they do shit to other people, it's because they haven't figured themselves out. I'm too set into who I am to do witchcraft on somebody else. So, like, I know who I am, so I don't care to fuck up your life. Well, how is it going to benefit mine? That's what witchcraft is for, to fuck with somebody else's life. I'm not trying to fuck up nobody's life. I don't offer y'all psychic readings, and I'm good at it. I'm good at predicting. I'm good at a prophecy. I'm good at telling my dreams, just like Joseph in the Bible. And what they do to Joseph, sell him into slavery. His family sacrificed him, just like they did Jesus as well. That's why I can refer to the Bible a lot. I don't got to read it every day. I live this shit. So we were talking about that, and I was just expressing myself, letting people know who I really am. You know, you probably heard this, but let me tell you, I can show you better than I can tell you at that. Like, you can meet me in real life. You can see me face to face, and you will see that that's a lie. So that was cool. But now I'm just sitting here waiting to get my car looked at. As y'all can see, the muffler and stuff is messed up. So you see how loud it sound and then it go down? That's how it is when I'm driving. Like, my car sound loud and then it'll quiet down. And I don't really like that. Because I'm a platinum driver with Lyft. I'm a few points away from being an elite driver, and I don't want my ratings going down. I don't want any problems like that, so I haven't been lifting the last couple of days. Sorry, Facebook friends and family, my iPhone died. So, y'all gonna have to come watch on YouTube. But yeah, it was good to get all of that off of my chest yesterday and talk to somebody and, you know, express myself when it comes to many different things. Yeah, where I put that little bitty ass file? Oh, that's why I hate these. But this the one that came with my nails. See how my phone just got the green line now? So that's how I'm able to record. I'm here, so give me that green light, green light. Don't you say no. I'm trying to see that my live end on Facebook. I hate when my Facebook is white. I need my back to be black. Oh, here we go. Resume live. Okay. My bad, Facebook friends and family. I'm still talking to my YouTube friends and family, but my iPhone had died, so I had to power it back on. So y'all just getting back in. But yeah, it felt good to be talking about all of that yesterday. And I appreciate it. I appreciate it. And the more that I get out and I'm able to, you know, get back out into the city and live life, I'm starting to meet and bump into people who are on a frequency like me. So I like that and I appreciate that. And I love and respect you guys that love and respect me. I'm here, I got love for all my niggas that got love for me. And there's been some niggas showing me love, and I appreciate y'all. especially the ones who are understanding to the fact like I have kids and a lot of different things. So yes, guys, I love y'all. Now my iPhone want to overheat. It ain't too hot. I don't know. I do got it down here by the heat. I did just turn the car on. But yeah, that's all I wanted to jot down. That's it. I said I was going to get dressed and go out one of these days. I did buy me some outfits so I could get cute and look grown and sexy. I'm here to dress it up and make it real for me. I have bought some things so that I could go out. I'm hearing somebody want to take me out. I'm hearing it's my treat. That's the way I like it. When you need me to get dressed. I had to get my chin hairs too because I was running a little bit late this morning and I had to take my kids to the eyeglass doctor or whatever, so I wasn't able to grab my chin hair. As soon as I got up out that motherfucker, I snatched them bitches away. I need to make me some appointments. My eyeglass appointment is tomorrow, I believe, or the day after. But I need to make me another OBGYN appointment so that she can give me the medicine to help balance out my hormones and things like that. It's like a PCOS medicine, and it'll help with like chin hairs for ladies who happen to have a hormonal imbalance. And if you're like me, you'll sometimes grow these chin hairs. Well, mine ain't sometimes. I gotta pluck these bitches every 2 days. But I'm glad that I only have the little that I have, and it's a lot to me. But there's some ladies who have PCOS and they'll have a whole beard or the 5 o'clock shadow and things like that. And I heard that there are medicines out that can help with that, because when I went to go see my OBGYN last year to make sure I didn't have PCOS and to explain like why I've been having the problems with the chin hairs, my hormones have been off balance, and it results in affecting your hair on your head as well. And she was like, you don't have PCOS, but I can give you something to help balance out your hormones. She's like, you're healthy. You don't have any STDs, you don't have PCOS, you just have a hormonal imbalance. And I want to help you. She can help me with that. So I know there's a lot of ladies that suffer from PCOS, and that causes the chin hair or you to be extra bloated sometimes, and you'll look like you're pregnant when you're not and things like that. Or you might have really heavy periods and period cramps and you running through pads, and I understand that. So yeah, for the ladies, it is medicines out there that can be prescribed via OBGYN. So I need to make me another OBGYN appointment so that she can prescribe that for me. So that'd be cool. It's been a year anyway. I haven't been to the OBGYN since January of last year. So it's been a year. It's about time for me to make an appointment anyway. And then I can make a dentist appointment, and I could get to getting my teeth cleaned and stuff like that, and I could possibly get my braces put back on. First things first, though, is getting my car fixed, because I need to be able to keep up on the payments for my braces and whatever else may be needed. Lily wanted to take her ass in the eyeglass place today and get her a pair of almost $300 glasses, and I had to remind her, like, you remember you didn't want to wash the dishes yesterday? She's like, but I did wash them. I'm like, yeah, but I had to tell you multiple times to go and wash the dishes at the house, at her friend's house or whatever. Like, when you at somebody else's house, you help clean up too. But you want me to spend $300, and I have to get us a house and get my car fixed. So granted, it's something that she would like. I can make the payments on it, but you need to be more appreciative and show more respect, because I've got to bend over backwards to figure this out. And I'm not complaining, but you need to realize what I'm doing to help you. You have to help me help you. So yeah, slowly but surely getting things in order, even if it seems like it's out of order. I be doing it. So I appreciate y'all who understand and who supports and who gives encouraging words and things like that, because again, it goes a long way. A hug goes a long way. I love you goes a long way. Expressing yourself goes a long way, and it doesn't always turn out to be negative. That's why you got to know who you're dealing with. You know, some people are very toxic. I'm not toxic. I'm not toxic. If you see me hooping and hollering or yelling or irate or something like that, it's an issue. Good morning, my smookums. How are you doing this morning? I love you. Write your number down. Good morning. I love you as well. I do got 2 phones now. I guess I could give a number out or whatever. I have an iPhone that I could use for like business or social media platforms where people can call, because sometimes I don't get my direct messages or my inbox messages. I don't get them sometimes. And I do be seeing like sometimes people want to talk to me. I have a number that you guys can use that I'm going to just use for business. And that's my old number. And it's 313 what is my number? 413-3446 or 416-3446. It's something like that. Let me see. Oh damn, my phone died. Oh wait, it powered back on. Somebody probably want to FaceTime me. Y'all want to FaceTime me? That's funny. But let me make sure it's the right number. For the people who love me for real. If you're gonna be calling playing on my phone, don't call me. Don't do it. Don't even do it. Let me get my number for y'all. I think that's it though. I was seeing this thing. I think it was Skilla Baby, or no, it was Lil Baby, the rapper, and he was getting his hair done or something, and he was on live and he gave away his number, and they said the fans had started calling him or something like that. That video had popped up on my timeline the other day actually, and that's funny because I'm about to give my number away online for people who genuinely love me and need to contact me for any reason, whether it's to talk business or whatever the case may be. So yeah, my number is 313-413-3446. That's the number to my iPhone. If anybody needs to call me or FaceTime me with positive advice, positive resources, good feedback, good conversation, good networking, good business deals, that's what my number is given away for. Not nothing else. I don't sell sex. I ain't trying to get into none of that, so I'm just putting that out there. But again, I am a good person to work with, and somebody may want to work with me. What is it again? It is 313-413-3446. So yes, one day I'm gonna get me a man too, and when I get me a man, then strictly business, baby. Strictly business. One day somebody gonna want to claim me as their wife. I'm hearing, don't be giving your number away. That's funny. Somebody watch my channel and they got a crush on me, but they scared to tell me. So yeah. What does this say? Thanks, my baby, your man right here. Okay, all right. But I'm about to get off of here, guys, and finish filing down my nails. I love you guys, and I wish y'all nothing but love, joy, peace, happiness, abundance, good health, good wealth, prosperity, and all that good shit that us good ass people deserve. It is Monday. I hope y'all have a great week. What's your name? My name is Isleah, but you can call me Leah, Leah. My YouTube name is Isleah the Goddess, and that is actually my name, Isleah. My Facebook name is Isleah Williams. That's my real name. And my Instagram name is Isleah_the MILF Market, which was my business name when I was selling food and things like that. So those are my social medias. I have YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So again, YouTube is Isleah the Goddess. Isleah is spelled Isleah. Again, that's for my Facebook too, Isleah Williams. And for Instagram, it's Isleah, I-S as in Sam, L-E-A-H as in heaven, underscore the MILF, M-I-L-F, market. And my number for business purposes, 313-413-3446. And that's me, Isleah Williams, the one and only. I'm hearing your love is a 1 in a million. And that's Isleah. So yes, guys, I love y'all. I love y'all. And if nobody told you, you are special in some way, shape, or form. You are beautiful. You are talented. You are gifted. And you are needed. So don't let nobody take that away from you. I love y'all. When can you call me? I'm going to say respectable hours. If I can answer, I'll answer. If I can't, you can leave me a message or send me a text and I'll get back to you. But I'm going to say if you could keep it between like the hours of 10 a.m. till about 6 p.m. Unless once we talk, we come up with the different agreements. Okay? I'll respect that. All right, guys. I love y'all. Love, peace, and motherfucking hair grease.